on and talk about another controversy that seems to be surrounding the upcoming Mysuru Dasara festival that is all set to begin next week. But the controversy that is happening over an invitation that has been extended to Booker Prize winner Banu Mustaq that refuses to die down. Now, just earlier this week, the Karnataka High Court had dismissed a petition that objected to the invitation of Banu Mustaq as the chief guest for this invitation that has been extended for the event, citing previous instances where such celebrated scientists, educationists, authors who have been invited regardless of their faith. Now, the High Court also made another significant observation. It said that the participation of a person practicing a particular faith in celebration of festivals of other religions does not offend rights available under the Constitution. Now, citing this observation, the petitioner has now moved to the Supreme Court, which is expected to hear the matter today. Where the petitioner complains that the inauguration of the Mysuru Dasara, the event that involves the lighting of the lamp which is performed before Goddess Chamundeswari. Further, they say that this procedure cannot be performed by someone who does not follow the Hindu faith, and the High Court did not take this into consideration while pronouncing the order. In fact, I now also had a word with the petitioner ahead of this hearing at the Supreme Court, where he reiterates the very basis on which that has challenged in the High Court, and he has now challenged this very invitation that has been extended by the government.
I'm sure you've also gone through the judgment of the Karnataka High Court that had dismissed Mr. Pratap Simha's petition, among others. Now, the reasoning that was given by the court there was, A, that we're a secular state. Second, that this is a state festival. So essentially, the tax-paying citizens of Karnataka are funding this particular festival, and therefore, for a state festival, you can't be imposing restrictions of the kind that have been asked for by the likes of Pratap Simha or for you now that you've filed this petition in the Supreme Court. Now, what's your counter to that specific rejoinder coming from the Karnataka High Court itself, that this is a state festival, and in a state festival, even though you might be holding a celebration of a religious nature, you can't be distinguishing between who's a Muslim, who's not, when it comes to inviting somebody as the chief guest to preside over that particular celebration?
So the current invitee is an excellent person. I don't have any second word about it. And what I'm saying is the inauguration is happening as per the Hindu traditions. The priest is involved in the inauguration. There's Goddess Chamundeswari deity in the premises of the temple. And there are other several Agama traditions which are being followed during the inauguration. It is not just a mere ribbon-cutting inauguration.
Correct.
There are, as I told, there are Diya Aradhane, Diya lighting will be happening by the inaugurator, and Pushparchane will be done by the inaugurator in the first.
Okay.
And Pushparchane also has the Kunkuma and Harshina, which is called Haldi Chandan in Hindi. So these are the inauguration procedures which is happening from centuries, and these are going to continue. So only based on this, I am before the Supreme Court, sir.
Well, Harish, good morning. Despite when it comes to the dismissal that came in from the Karnataka court, it seems that the matter is now being taken up in the Supreme Court. And despite the High Court ruling, the issue which is now snowballed into a political and cultural controversy.
Yes, that's right, Amita. Good morning. As rightly said, yes, the Mysuru Dasara festival inauguration row has now reached the Supreme Court. A bench of Justices Vikram Nath and Sandeep Mehta will hear the appeal filed by one HS Gaurav against Karnataka High Court refusing to interfere with Karnataka government's invitation to non-Hindu Booker Prize winner Banu Mustaq to inaugurate the festival, ceremony of which will happen in premises of Chamundeswari temple in the early morning of September 22, that is coming Monday. The petitioner Gaurav has said that inauguration of the festival by a non-Hindu will hurt Hindu sentiments as would involve lighting of lamps before sanctum sanctorum of Goddess Chamundeswari, and High Court has committed an error by not appreciating that this cannot be performed by a non-Hindu. So this petitioner Gaurav has said that it's a purely Hindu agamic tradition is followed in the festival. Yes. There will be Panditji performing the puja, and presence of a non-Hindu in vicinity is inappropriate. Remember, dismissing the challenge to the inauguration of festival by Banu Mustaq, High Court had very significantly said that in a secular state, interstate participation in a religious festival is not violative of the Constitution. High Court had also said that legal or constitutional right of the petitioner is not
when we
highlighted
speak of the Mysuru Dasara event, this is one of the most beautiful and iconic events that take place. And however, when we speak of the current dispensation, the ruling Congress, however, has stood firmly behind the decision of the Karnataka Chief Minister Siddaramaiah and Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar, who has maintained that the festival of Dasara was for everyone to celebrate. We'll keep an eye out on the developments that are expected to take place in the Supreme Court today. Harish, very much thank you for joining us here on the broadcast.